If someone had told me that a single night, just one impulsive moment, would unravel everything I thought I knew about myself, I would have laughed, brushed it off, and moved on. I wasn't the type of guy to get lost in fantasies or impulsive urges. I was boring, predictable, steady, the dependable one in the friend group, the guy who always said no first, maybe second, and yes only if forced. But that night, something inside me woke up and refused to go back to sleep. It began with a dare. A stupid, harmless dare. My best friend Mia had dragged me to a college reunion party. Loud music, glitter everywhere, people dressed in outfits that glittered more than the decorations. I hated parties. She knew that. But she also knew I'd cave if she pouted long enough. You need fun, she told me while doing her eyeliner in my bathroom. You're 24 and you act like you're 40. I'd rolled my eyes. I like being alive, thank you. Fun is dangerous. Fun, she repeated, is necessary. I didn't know she was planning something. Not yet. The party started simple enough. Drinks, laughter, music thumping through the floorboards. I leaned against a wall, watching everyone dance while sipping soda out of a plastic cup like a socially awkward grandpa. And then Mia appeared beside me, eyes sparkling with mischief. Okay, she said, time for your dare. I groaned. No. Absolutely not. You don't even know what it is yet. If it came out of your mouth, it's trouble. She smirked. Exactly. Before I could stop her, she grabbed my wrist and pulled me upstairs, toward a guest bedroom. I expected some dumb prank, maybe making me sing karaoke or wear a stupid hat. Something harmless. But when she opened the closet, I froze. It wasn't normal clothes. It wasn't costumes either. It was beauty. Dresses in silk and satin. Skirts that shimmered. Heels with delicate straps. Lingerie folded in drawers like precious secrets. Makeup boxes stacked like treasure chests. This is Lena's stuff, Mia said casually. She models. She keeps some outfits here. And tonight, you're trying one. My heart punched the inside of my chest. What? No. Mia, absolutely. You always said you wondered what it felt like. She crossed her arms. You told me once. You probably forgot, but I didn't. I blinked. I said that. Yeah. Months ago. You were drunk. You said, and I quote, girls have too many advantages in clothing. You get soft stuff. Flowing stuff. Pretty stuff. I covered my face. I hate drunk me. Well, she said brightly, tonight sober you gets to explore. I shook my head. This is ridiculous. Just one night. Mia. One outfit. I can't. One transformation, she whispered, stepping closer, and I won't tell a soul. She held up a dress. A deep wine-red slip dress, silky, smooth, elegant. My mouth turned dry. I can't wear that. You can, she said. And you will. But what really pushed me over the edge wasn't her voice. It was the mirror behind her. Because I saw myself reflected, plain clothes, plain face, plain life, and suddenly felt a hole inside me. A craving. Something unspoken, unacknowledged, buried so deep I didn't even know it existed. Something whispered, aren't you tired of being who you are? Just try. Just once. My throat tightened. Fine. One night. Mia's grin nearly split her face. She pushed me onto the chair as if afraid I'd change my mind. Sit. Don't move. And with those words, my transformation began. The shock hit me in waves, fast, overwhelming, intoxicating. Mia started by helping me into the dress. The moment the fabric slid over my skin, I gasped. It was cold, soft, electric. It clung to my body in ways that felt wrong? No, not wrong. Different. I held the straps with trembling fingers, feeling the silky weight of it settle around my torso. My heartbeat pulsed everywhere, neck, wrists, stomach. Mia stepped behind me, adjusting the neckline. See? Not so scary. I couldn't speak. My voice had disappeared somewhere between fear and fascination. Then came the heels. Black. Slim. Elegant. She strapped them around my ankles while I stared, helpless. The moment I stood up, the world tilted. My weight shifted forward. My legs tensed. My hips wobbled. Mia. I yelped, clutching her arm. She laughed. Relax. Everyone wobbles the first time. This is impossible. You'll get it. She squeezed my hand. Just, trust it. Trust it. Trust myself. I took one step. Click. Another. Click. I stared at my reflection, jaw slack. Because the person in the mirror didn't look like me. The dress transformed my shape. The heels changed my posture. My stance softened, lengthened, became graceful. Then Mia began the makeup. Primer. Foundation. Powder. Her fingers were gentle, warm, patient. Every time the brush touched my skin, my breath hitched. Every stroke felt like uncovering something sleeping beneath my surface. You're shaking, Mia whispered. My voice cracked. I don't know what's happening to me. It's called self-discovery, she murmured. Let it happen. When she added the eyeliner, everything changed. My eyes, my plain, ordinary eyes, suddenly had shape, direction, intensity. Then the lipstick. A soft rose shade. When she was done, she spun me toward the mirror. Look, she said softly. And I did. And I felt the world tilt again, but not because of the heels. Because the person in the mirror was beautiful. Not a joke. Not a costume. Not a parody. Beautiful. My throat tightened. My vision blurred. I can't be her, I whispered. Why not? Mia asked gently. Don't you want to be? And that question broke me open. I thought wearing the outfit in the bedroom was the end of it. But one transformation isn't the full story. It's the first spark. A spark that lights everything on fire. Because Mia, being Mia, dragged me back downstairs to the party. No, I hissed. Mia, I can't. People will. People will be drunk, she said. People will be dancing. People won't care. But I care. She cupped my cheeks. Trust me. Just this once. Walk out there, as her. Her. The word sent goosebumps racing across my arms. Before I could run, she opened the door. And I stepped into the hallway like I was stepping into another life. The music hit me first, loud, fast, vibrating through my bones. Then the lights, soft purples and blues that kissed the dress and made it shimmer. Then the eyes, dozens of people glancing my way. My stomach clenched so hard I almost bent forward. But something strange happened. People didn't laugh. Or stare. Or whisper cruel things. They smiled. All of them. Damn, who's that? Someone muttered. Love the dress, a girl called out. Slay, someone shouted drunkenly. I didn't know where to look. Didn't know what to do with my hands. Didn't know how to breathe. Mia squeezed my arm. Told you. I hated how good it felt. The air shifted around me as I walked deeper into the room. Each step in heels felt like an impossible victory. Each swish of the dress sent a ripple of warmth through me. I felt seen. Not as a joke. Not as a mistake. As someone beautiful. Someone allowed. Someone free. And somewhere between the bathroom and the kitchen, between the lights and the music, between the compliments and the curious stares, I lost myself. Or maybe I found myself for the first time. The disruption came later. When the night ended. When the adrenaline faded. When the party lights turned off and silence filled the air. Mia drove me home, both of us quiet. I kept stealing glances at myself in the window reflection, messy hair, smudged eyeliner, lipstick fading, but still unmistakably her. At my apartment, I stood in front of the mirror again, studying my face, my posture, the shape of the dress. I reached up and touched my cheek softly. Who are you? I whispered. The reflection stared back with a softness I'd never seen in myself. That's when the fear hit. What am I doing? I murmured. This was just a dare. Just a stupid game. I'm not this. But I didn't take the dress off. Or the heels. Or the makeup. Not yet. Instead, I moved closer to the mirror. And something inside me shifted, quiet but undeniable. Over the next few days, everything spiraled. Work was impossible. I kept getting distracted, thinking about the dress, the heels, the makeup. Thinking about the way my body felt when I walked differently. Thinking about the way people looked at me, with curiosity instead of dismissal. At night, when I was alone, I found myself opening my closet, not for my usual clothes, but for the dress Mia had packed into a bag and left with me. "You might need this," she'd said with a knowing smile. I had laughed. Pretended I didn't understand. But I understood too well. The first night, I just held the dress. Ran my fingers across the silk. Let it pool across my lap. The second night, I put it on again. Just for a minute. Just to feel that strange, addictive softness. The third night, I added makeup. The fourth night, I tried a different walk. A softer voice. A different posture. The fifth night, I realized I didn't want to hide anymore. But the fear was real. What would people think? What would friends say? Was this a phase? A mistake? A secret I wasn't allowed to have? Even when Mia texted me, I didn't know what to tell her. Mia showed up at my apartment without warning. The moment I opened the door, she took one look at me, and at the faint traces of mascara I forgot to wipe away, and smiled softly. "You're struggling, aren't you?" I swallowed. "Mia, something is happening to me, and I don't know what to do." She stepped inside, closing the door gently. "Show me," she whispered. I hesitated. My heart hammered so loudly I thought it would burst. But then, I walked to my room, picked up the dress, and held it against my chest. Her eyes softened with a warmth I didn't know I needed. "Let's get you ready," she said. Half an hour later, I wasn't wearing the dress from the party. I was wearing something new. A soft pastel skirt. A delicate white blouse. She'd curled my hair slightly, softened my makeup, chose lighter heels. The moment I saw myself in the mirror, something inside me clicked into place. Not confusion. Not fear. Not embarrassment. Recognition. "Mia," I whispered, voice breaking, I think I like this. I think I want this." She didn't laugh. Didn't tease. She pulled me into a hug. "You're allowed to want this." I cried. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just soft, trembling tears of relief. Because someone finally said the thing I had been too afraid to say to myself. Later that night, we went for a walk. In public. I hugged the cardigan tighter around my shoulders, terrified someone would stare, laugh, call out, but no one did. A couple smiled politely. A barista complimented my skirt. A kid waved. I breathed. Really breathed. For the first time, the world didn't feel like it was closing in on me. It felt open. Possible. Kind. We sat on a bench near the water, twinkling lights reflecting on the surface. Mia nudged me. So, what? How do you feel?" I stared down at my hands, slim, delicate, with light pink nail polish she'd insisted on. "I feel like myself," I whispered. She leaned her head on my shoulder. "You look like yourself too." The climax happened the next day. Because my brother showed up unannounced. And I answered the door as her. Skirt. Makeup. Soft hair. Heels. His eyes widened. His mouth opened. My heart stopped. I braced myself for anger. Mockery. Confusion. But he just stared for a long, heavy moment and asked the one question I wasn't prepared for. "Are you okay?" I blinked. "What?" He stepped closer, voice gentle. "I'm not judging. I just want to know, is this you?" The words burst out of me in a whisper. "I think so." He let out a breath. Then, "Okay. I'm not going anywhere." And just like that, the fear cracked. Shattered. Dissolved. I cried again, but this time, out of pure relief. The next morning, I stood in front of the mirror once more. Makeup. Soft clothes. A calm smile. No fear. No panic. No confusion. Just truth. Just me. One night had started it. One transformation had opened the door. But everything after, every step, every tear, every discovery, was mine. I traced a finger along my cheek, watching the woman in the mirror smile back. "I'm not going back," I whispered. And I meant it. Because the person I was before felt like a lifetime ago. A shadow. A shell. This softness, this expression, this version of me, she felt real. And once you meet your real self, you can't pretend she doesn't exist. Not anymore. Not ever. One night changed everything. and I will never, ever forget it.